Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that looks kind of quirky and cute on the surface, but is actually secretly revolutionizing how we interact with our computers. We're talking about OpenAI's Codex app, and specifically, a fascinating new feature called Codex Pets. You know that sheer, sinking anxiety of staring at a spinning loading wheel? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if that static, boring progress bar is finally becoming a thing of the past? I mean, as AI agents start taking on these massive, complex, autonomous tasks, just staring at a blank terminal screen, it just isn't cutting it anymore. We really need a better way to see what our software is actually up to. So, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet your new AI desktop pet, then talk about how they're replacing the progress bar. After that, we'll look at custom hatching and its limits, weigh in on whether this is a professional tool or just a toy, and finally, wrap up with the very real perks for everyday people. All right, let's jump straight into part one. Meet your AI desktop pet. So, back in May 2026, OpenAI rolled out an update that totally caught developers off guard. They introduced Codex Pets. Essentially, these are optional animated little companions that live right on your screen as floating desktop overlays. Instead of forcing you to dig through dense terminal logs to figure out what's happening, you now get a visual buddy sitting right there, monitoring your AI's tasks in real time. And OpenAI literally hit the nail on the head with developer culture here. The Form Your Pet Cakes actually adapts to your coding habits. Writing in Rust? Boom, you hatch the crab. Python? You get the snake. There's a beaver for Go, an owl for those brutal late-night coding sessions, a cat if you're constantly getting interrupted, and even a dragon for slaying massive pull requests. Oh, and of course, they threw in the classic Clippy and a rubber duck, just for good measure. Moving right along to part two, replacing the progress bar. Now, beyond the whole cute factor, this is a very serious UX solution. It takes that invisible, abstract AI processing time and turns it into intuitive, actionable guidance. There are three core states. If the status is running, the pet is physically moving or typing on your screen. That means go grab a coffee and let it work. If it's waiting for input, the pet stops and literally stares at you or twitches. That's your cue to switch back. And when it's ready for review, it actually sits down holding a little code package. It's just so instantly readable. It basically boils down to this: less friction and way more visibility. If your AI takes 10 minutes to write a complex script, you don't have to sit there guessing if it crashed or if it's just thinking. Your desktop pet's behavior tells you everything instantly. Honestly, no more terminal babysitting required. Okay, part three, custom hatching and limitations. What's super cool is how the community took this and totally ran with it, going way beyond the built-in defaults. Using the hatch pet command, developers are feeding the AI photos of their actual real-life dogs or describing their favorite anime characters. The AI analyzes that prompt and instantly generates a totally unique, ready-to-use animation spreadsheet right there on your local machine. And to really pour gas on the fire, OpenAI offered a full 30 days of ChatGPT Pro to the creators of the most popular custom pets. Because of that, the community library has absolutely exploded. We're talking everything from pixelated robots to insanely detailed fantasy creatures. But yeah, there is a catch. At launch, this fun feature is inexplicably blocked in Europe, the UK, and Switzerland. Now, OpenAI hasn't given an official reason just yet, but industry reporting strongly points to strict data handling regulations like GDPR or the new EU AI Act causing a bottleneck. Which brings us to part four, professional tool or toy. This sparks a really fascinating clash of design philosophies in the developer world. Just look at Codex Pets compared to Anthropic's recently removed Claude Code Buddy. Codex Pets are highly functional, desktop-level status signals built strictly for productivity. Claude Code Buddy, on the other hand, was an ASCII art terminal pet built purely for nostalgic, Tamagotchi-style emotional companionship with collectible rarities. Two totally different approaches. And it raises a super valid question. Does gamifying a serious professional tool actually help, or is it just a massive distraction? As Startup Fortune brilliantly put it, developers expect an instrumental relationship with their software. Layering a cute personality over a productivity tool runs the real risk of introducing a credibility tax, or some users might just take the software a little less seriously. Finally, part five, perks for everyday people. Stepping away from the hardcore developers for a second, what's in it for the rest of us? Well, for the everyday consumer who's just starting to dip their toes into agentic AI, these pets are an absolute game changer. They strip away that intimidating, terrifying wall of text and replace it with a friendly, totally understandable interface. It's democratizing AI in real time. Let's put this into perspective. Say you, a total non-coder, ask Codex to build a vegetarian meal planner app in plain English. Instead of staring at a blank screen wondering, did the machine break? You get to watch your digital pet run around and work. When it stops and joyfully celebrates, boom, your custom app is ready. It takes a highly intimidating engineering process and turns it into a simple, genuinely delightful experience. So, as AI inevitably starts taking on more and more of this autonomous background work in our daily lives, we're left with one really provocative thought. Is this the new face of software? If the progress bar really is dead, you might just find yourself collaborating with a pixelated companion a lot sooner than you think. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes peeled for what hatches next.